Hi, Ms. Janice. So, for the first part of this final presentation, I want to talk about the four qualities that employers seek that I believe that I have. So, the first one is dependable. I think that I'm a dependable employee. I always try to help out when I can. I don't mind helping others with their duties, whether it be my coworkers or my managers. I'm always willing to help and make sure that everything gets done in a timely fashion. The next quality I have is being accurate or having accuracy in the way that I perform things. So I used to work in an office environment for a bus company, and with that, you come across a bunch of paperwork, filing, um, making phone calls to, whoever. So I always try to just make sure that everything is proofread, that it's double checked, and that it looks good for the next person. And the next quality I believe that I have is being flexible. Sometimes you do come across those days where someone has to call off, or they're going to be late, or they have to leave early. And I'm usually pretty flexible when I can and can't help it work. I am willing to stay later. I'm willing to come in early, just to make sure that things are handled and in the way that they need to be, and that things are taken care of. And the last quality I think I have would be honesty. Um, when employers hire you, they trust and believe that you're going to do your job the right way. And if you have any questions, then you don't mind coming to them to make sure that you are being the best at your job. So that goes along with making mistakes. If you make mistakes at work, in which I have, it's important just to bring it to light as soon as it happens, because if you wait or you never say anything at all, then that could eventually pose a problem um, in the weeks to come, or maybe later that day. As far as learning goals that I think will help me in continuing my degree, the first one I'd have to say would be time management. Um, that's always something that college students struggle with because they have a bunch of classes, and if they're adult learners, then of course they have children or they have other jobs, and other commitments. So, um, as the last semester of my undergrad, I will manage my time better with being enrolled in 5 classes online and being a full-time teller at a bank. If I study every day, I get off and I'll be able to finish my homework by the end of the week. I will study 3 hours on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 3 classes, and then Tuesday and Thursday for 2 classes. I figured that would make my school load just a little bit easier to manage. Within the next 6 months, if I get good grades, then I will then pursue to apply um, to the master's program and start on my degree in business. And if I stick to this method, I'd like to be able to earn all A's and B's in the spring semester of 2018, as well as be on the dean's list. And the next goal would just be learning how to, or not learning how to write papers, but refrain from procrastinating on papers. So next semester, I'd like to earn a B or higher on all of my papers. If I'm able to start the paper a week earlier than it is due, then I'm able to take my time with making the details of the paper and making sure everything flows together. I can start the introduction the week before, and each day after that, I'm able to add a paragraph and change things. And then I'll be done with that first draft at the end of the first week. And then the second week, I'll be able to tweak a couple of things and perfect it, and then make sure that the final draft is done on that Wednesday before it's due. As I learn to perfect my writing papers, I will be ready to submit my personal statement for my master's degree um, when it's time to enroll, or when it's time to apply. And if I stick to this method, I will have finished each paper earlier than it is due, and then that will help me to refrain from procrastinating and cramming a bunch of words on the paper in order to get a good grade. And that's all I have for you. Thank you.